John. You might recognize me from my own channel, Stubble Meets Steel. Today I wanted to show everybody how to clean up a razor, especially maybe one you got off of eBay, like a cool vintage razor, like this Gem Flying Wing that I got. So this is literally just unpacked, and I wanted to show everybody what I do with some of these old vintage razors when I get them. So this one is a twist to open, and if you look, I don't know how well you can see, but it's really dirty up underneath here and inside here. There's a bunch of grime and a bunch of nasty stuff. So what we're gonna do, really simple. First thing, if you don't already have some, get some Dawn dishwashing liquid. It's very easy to use, it's very cheap, and more importantly, it's very mild, and so it won't cause any issues with your razor. Then, what you're gonna do, if you don't already have one, hopefully you do, save those old toothbrushes. You're gonna take some of the Dawn, basically just put it on there like you would some toothpaste. That'll be plenty. All right, so there you go. I basically just put some on there. And now I'm simply just gonna do exactly what you think. I'm basically just gonna brush the top of the razor where there was a bunch of soap scum there. Then I'm gonna get inside of here where there was even more. And we're basically just gonna sit there and scrub all this stuff out. Now, this is a twist to open like I mentioned. If the twist to open mechanism is sticky, and on this particular razor or some others that I've had, like a Gillette Black Beauty, a vintage razor, that was sticky, what you can do is you can just take this and put it in a Tupperware container, give a squeeze of the Dawn soap, and leave it in there for a few hours, maybe 3-4 hours. If that doesn't fix the stickiness or the fluid motion of the twist to open isn't working easier, go ahead and leave it in there for like 24 hours overnight. Maybe change the water a few times so that it's continuously hot water. It doesn't need to be boiling water, just hot water. And that will usually fix most sticky twist to open mechanisms I've found without disassembling them. Again, on this razor or some others, there isn't any easy way to safely disassemble them. So, all right, so now that we got that part pretty scrubbed, go ahead and we'll give it a little bit of a rinse underneath the faucet. Take a look. Oh yeah, much better. Got most of that stuff off. We're just gonna go ahead and in here and get in there a little bit better. If you can, if you're gonna buy a toothbrush for this, get a soft toothbrush. You don't wanna use a really hard one, just in case it is a little bit too abrasive. Probably not, but you never know, you don't wanna harm a finish on a razor. Gold is a little bit more of a sensitive finish, so be a little more careful with gold-plated razors. They can be a little bit less forgiving. All right, that looks pretty good there. Let's go ahead and give the handle a scrub here, down the fluting of this, try to get the grime and dirt out of there. All right, looking good. Let's go ahead and give it a rinse. All right, nice and rinsed off. Let's take a look. Got a towel here. Go ahead and dry it off a little bit and take a look. And then what you can also do, if you have soap scum that's really kind of embedded in there, a lot of people don't know, but if you actually look on the package of Q-tips or cotton swabs, they're actually for detail cleaning. And boy, they work really well to get in all these kind of nooks and crannies and stuff like that. So if you got some stubborn places that maybe the toothbrush wouldn't get in there very well, Q-tips work really well, especially on the fluting and stuff like that on the handle here to get in between these grooves. The cotton swab really works great to really get in all those tough to reach areas. And again, super soft. You don't worry about it harming anything or scratching anything. They're cheap. I do like the Q-tip brand ones. They do have a little bit more stiffness to them, and they don't seem to bend, and you get a little more mileage out of them, but you can also use the cheapy ones as well. All right. So now we got all that cleaned out really well. Q-tip goes really well in all these little lather rinsing channels here, getting all that debris out of there very nicely. I was having a hard time getting the toothbrush in there, but Q-tip works really well to get in all those areas very nicely. Now what you can do is either take some rubbing alcohol on a little cotton face cleaning disc or cloth or something like that, or they also sell these cotton swabs that you can buy in these little pouches like this. And now we're gonna basically disinfect it a little bit. Go ahead and just take that alcohol soaked cotton swab, Especially going to clean the safety bar because that's where your face is going to ride on, and that part of the is going to touch your face. Same thing, the leading edge of the cap here, that's going to be touching your face. You want to clean that underneath there. Go ahead and clean all that up really well, that alcohol. Then we're going to take it on the handle too. Basically just clean every part of it with the rubbing alcohol. And if the razor was really, really filthy, you could put a little bit of rubbing alcohol in a small little dish and then again use the toothbrush to really scrub it and clean it. Then we're gonna go ahead and close it up. And then what we can do, this one actually cleaned up very, very nicely. I don't know if we even really need to, but what you can do is, this is a metal cleaner and a polish. I have a rag here that I use. This is a microfiber cloth that I use basically just for this. And I'll show you how I would do it. Again, be very careful with any metal polishes or cleaners, especially if it's not chrome plated, but gold plated. It can be a little more sensitive and finicky, so you want to be very careful. I just have basically a tiny, tiny bit. I'm going to go ahead and just rub that on the top cap here. And because this one was in good shape, I'm not going to put too much pressure, and I advise, especially with a finish you're not familiar with, use very, very light pressure. Use the microfiber cloth because they're very soft. And there you go. Pretty much good as new. Not bad for the 1950s, huh? Came out pretty nice. Well, there you have it. And then what you can do is, after using that Flitz metal polish on there, I would probably go ahead and clean it again with the Dawn dish soap and the toothbrush. Maybe hit it again one more time with the rubbing alcohol to get any chemical residues off there from the metal polish. And that's it, you're ready to go. Enjoy your vintage razor.